So when it rains, it pours. Got out the van this morning and somebody hit my side view mirror. Here it is. So this would have been here and it was laying right there on the ground. This was not the video I planned to do today. I planned to do a video about, see that? That's a 180 watt solar panel that I was given. I replaced my 100 watt panel with a 180 watt panel, and I was gonna do a video reviewing that today, but woke up this morning and that's what I was dealing with. So now, honestly, this looks like something I could honestly repair myself if I can find one. I know people are gonna say, don't you have insurance? Don't you have insurance? Mickey's right here in the window. I don't know if you can see him that good. He's right there. Hi, buddy. I know people are going to say, don't you have insurance? The problem is, as soon as insurance doesn't like to pay for anything, and then they like to try, I'm going to get out the street for a second, because traffic's picking up, then they try to make you triple pay for it. And so I don't really trust insurance, so unless I'm completely desperate, even though this is not my fault, somebody obviously knocked this off of my van overnight. I always make like insurance like my last priority. This sucks, especially because this van is so big. It's much more helpful having my mirrors, especially when I'm trying to, back in, back out, and other things like that. This really does take away one of my eyes while driving, so this really sucks. I wish I had pushed it against the car overnight, but yeah, I lost my side view mirror last night. And that really sucks. I got so much to do today. I have some stuff to get in the mail. I still am going to try to record and edit the rest of the review of that solar panel. But this kind of sucks. So I finally reached that point. I think I am tired of the city. I kind of just want to take my van somewhere pretty and be parked there for at least a week. And sort of the downtime I thought I was going to have to do crazy things like answer emails, it really hasn't been working out. And it's never been hard to park in the city. I still find it relatively easy, but it is so much running and driving around. And it was different when I had a job or a day job or a traditional go somewhere job. It was I had to be at a job at a certain time, so I woke up in the morning, did what I had to do, went to the job, and then I went home at the end of the day, ate food, went to bed, got up in the morning, did it all over again. On the weekends, I did the stuff I had to do. I mean, honestly, except for the fact that I was living in a van and I had to do a little bit of driving around sometimes to find some place to sleep at night, it wasn't that hard. And there was a couple of times I really lucked out, where, I actually was stage managing a show way down in the San Jose area, and, I got to just stay in the parking lot, so I just didn't leave. Everybody else was having these long commutes, and it was kind of awesome for me, because, I was just there, I was already there, and, it was just great. It was really awesome. I didn't have to stress, I didn't have the long commute. It was a really good setup while I was working, especially when it came to commutes, because my commutes would change based on the job. So unlike a person who had a traditional office job, unlike a person who had a traditional office job, Jesus, I hate when I stumble like this, and this is when I think I should write scripts. I wasn't going to the same place all the time and coming back from the same place all the time. So some of my parking spots changing up was based on whatever job I was doing. And that was kind of cool. So I didn't really have to think too hard. It's okay, I'm in this area. are there. I'm going to feed you in a second, buddy. What apartment complexes are nearby. There were certain like go-tos that I would look for within 5 to 10 miles of wherever the current job was. And I was able to swing it. Some jobs it was a little bit harder to find parking. Some jobs it was a little bit easier, but I always found a place to sleep at night. And I'm still, like, after the incident in Emeryville and after the stupid side view mirror, I mean, honestly, I've again gone back to finding street parking, and it's been pretty easy, to be honest. There's always somewhere to park, depending on how, flexible you are about where you want to be and where you need to be. But I'm tired of it, especially with trying to keep up my fitness routine. Like, I want to get up in the morning, I want to exercise, I want to like open my computer, I want to start working, I want to get work done, I want to be able to stretch out outside, I want, Mickey to be able to run outside without me thinking about where I'm parking, how I'm parking, where I'm taking him. I mean, he's always going to be tethered. Like, I don't really see me not. I've seen people go or transition to their cats, to their van life cats, their travel cats, to being out without a leash. But I think he's always going to have some sort of tether. But even still, I wish I could open the door, tether him somewhere safe and just let him hang out. And it's like, we do that for a little bit, but he doesn't really get to stretch his legs the way I would love to see him stretch his legs. And I don't get to stretch my legs the way that I would like to see me stretch my legs. I'm at that point. I'm at that point where, like, I just want to go somewhere and park for a few days. I don't want to move into a house. I have no interest in that. But the city, like, day spot, night spot, a spot where I'm allowed to do my exercises, but not the best spot with a mobile connection. So it's not the greatest place to work on YouTube stuff. So it's like, I drive to the spot for exercise. I get out all my stuff. I exercise. I let Mickey go out for a little bit and just run around and like be silly and chase leaves. Then I pack us all up again, and then I drive to a spot where I can like be on the internet for a while and like do internet related things, and I'll have a task of 10 things and I'll get through like 2. And it's just, it's dragging on me. And a lot of it is the stop, pack up the van, move to this spot where I can do this task. Stop, pack up the van, move to this spot where I could do this task. And like I said, it was different when I had something more formatted, like a traditional job, because all of my movements were based around that. Rather, it was a Winolo job or a, I hated delivery. Delivery sucked, because then you were just in the van all day, but you were kind of being propelled all day by the fact that you were in a van, which was the bad and good. The bad thing was you literally never got out the van. You got out of it briefly, but it sucked. Delivery sucked. That is, while it is always a go-to and it is the easiest jobs to get between Amazon, Uber Eats, and DoorDash and some others, easiest jobs to get, suckiest jobs to do. I feel like living in a van, the last thing I want to do is then also spend all my time in my van, and on top of that, use my home as my delivery vehicle, because you always run the risk of like putting yourself in more of a situation to have an accident, going to a bunch of unfamiliar addresses. Like, I've never enjoyed delivery. Amazon Flex was pretty decent. They do not have my current vehicle information, but if I was absolutely desperate, I know those options exist, but they truly suck. Like, suck. So if I can survive without doing delivery, like, it is my last go-to. But those days sucked because you literally never leave the vehicle. And so for the people who are very frustrated and like, I never leave my house now because of COVID, I get it. Like, there's some people who love it because they're like, oh, this is great. Hopefully this job will transition to being sort of a stay-at-home job, and like I can use this to do other things I want. But then there's other people who are like, I never leave the house. Like, I used to leave the house. I used to have like a day outside the house. But anyway, but I'm not doing that right now. And the job I have coming up is going to help with some of that lull, but that's not until January. And honestly, before I get locked down, I'd like to go out and explore, before I get locked back in. Because that's what my goal has always been. But I had this whole thought in my head. I was going to come back to Berkeley. It was going to be really relaxed, which it has not been. I was going to catch up with everything, and then I was going to be in a good place to make a move. Mickey, you're kind of blocking my camera right now. Cat butt. There you go. Get up there. So I don't know. This is not the greatest of videos. I need to get out of here, man. And when I have to take care of business, like, this is still a good central zone, but I'm not feeling it right now. I guess that's all I gotta say. While I have been struggling to play catch up on a bunch of things, what I did get in was my new DawnofVanlife stickers. Those stickers will specifically be going out to people who support me on Patreon and YouTube memberships, and they'll be getting them first. If other people are interested, I might expand their availability. That being said, watching videos, liking, and subscribing is just as much a support to this channel as anything else. And I thank everyone who takes time to watch my videos.